Oh, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you happen to be. This is the Business Owners SmashGo Online Tuesday night webinar. Happens every Tuesday, and tonight it just happens to be about Facebook, some of the latest changes that have been happening in Facebook, and really how to make the best of the algorithm organically, where you're not having to pay for posts or having to pay for ads and that type of thing. So, but before we get started, we're waiting. We've got Chantal Girardi coming to join us. We're just waiting for her to get in at the moment. I know she's on her way. So for those that don't know me, my name's Nick Cree, and I'm your host for this evening. And I'm here pretty much every Tuesday. So let's have a quick round to introduce yourself and tell us tell us who you are, and tell us what you're hoping to get out of tonight. What was it that brought you along here tonight? So you don't have to, but love to know who we've got here. So who'd like to be first introducing themselves? Hey, Stacey.
Hey, Nick. Hello,
How are
everyone.
you going?
I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
I'm very good, very good.
That's good. Hello, everyone. I'm the owner of Perfect Friends Dog Grooming, where I dog groom. I'm located in Brisbane, in Kingston, and what I'd like to get out of tonight is tips and tricks.
Awesome. Oh, well, there'll be plenty of tips and tricks tonight. So with Chantal. So hopefully this will do you well for your dog grooming business.
Yes.
All right. Who else we got here tonight?
Hi, Nick. I might as well introduce myself.
Oh, hey, Catherine. How are you going?
Good, thank you. I run a marketing style of business, or marketing services businesses in Wellington. So yes, I'm a New Zealander joining Nick and his team tonight, and thank you, Nick, for this. What I'm wanting to, if we get to cover it tonight, with this lovely thing of Apple and Facebook world going to town at the moment with all the changes around privacy settings and this lovely new stuff of aggregated data so they protect the privacy at that end. We're moving into all this events setup and events tracking, and I'm not saying we're going into that level of detail, but it's actually getting your head around the wonderful world of the implications, if we get to go to that level of understanding, of Apple with its change of security settings on Apple devices, and what it means in the advertising world for small businesses.
Excellent. So, well, I know that Chantal will definitely be covering that, because that's some of the major changes that are coming through to Facebook, and not only Facebook, but some of the other platforms as well too. But yeah, massive impact on business. So you need to know what to do. So yes, she'll cover that.
No, perfect timing. So I was really rapt when you're having this session. It's like, oh, thank God we might get some understanding of, you read all the text written by Facebook within the Ads Manager, but it's a lot of text and very precisely written, but not actually written that clearly. So any insight would be really appreciated.
Excellent. Yep. Well, I know Chantal's read a lot of that sort of stuff, so she'll just pull out all the important bits and tell you what you really need to know.
Perfect. Thank you, Nick, for doing this.
Excellent. Thanks, Catherine. All right. Who else we got here? Come and introduce yourself. Tell us what you want to get out of tonight. Hey, Thomas, how you going?
Yeah, good.
Is it Tom or Thomas?
Oh, you can call me Tom if you like.
All righty. No
so
worries.
I'm a business development manager in Brisbane. I'm a digital agency. What I'd like to get out of tonight is to know more about, as you're talking about, the ads, organic ads.
So getting ads
Facebook.
On Facebook. All right. Yep. Okay. So ads. Excellent. I know Chantal will be touching on that. She does a lot of stuff organically, and certainly all the organic stuff that you do on Facebook affects your ads, and all of the Apple changes too are really going to affect the ad side of things and that whole algorithm. So yep, she'll definitely cover off some of that tonight. Awesome. Well, welcome along, Tom.
Thank you.
All right. Who else we got here tonight? Come and introduce yourself. Hello, Ian.
Hi, Nick. I'm here for two reasons. One is you publicised getting results on Facebook yesterday, so that drew my attention.
Good.
The other reason I'm here is that you religiously send out an email every morning ahead of time saying, can you make it tonight? And so I always put that on my list of making it tonight.
Awesome. Excellent. Oh, well, I'm glad that that email works. I know I'm the sort of person that pretty much makes up my mind on the day. So those daily emails it's good to see they're working. All right. Who else we got here tonight? Mike.
Hey, Nick. How you going?
Hey, Mike. How you going?
Good, mate. I'm here tonight just because I don't really know how to use Facebook for my business. I've got it, but I don't really understand how I can use it for getting clients and stuff like that. So I'm just hoping to learn a few new tricks.
Excellent. Excellent. Oh, what you're in the right place for it tonight, because Chantal's got all of those tricks. And when you do understand, how to use Facebook for that, it is, yeah, it's pretty powerful. So, but it is just a matter of understanding it, knowing what the power is and what you can do. So glad you can make it. And good to see Chantal here as well too. So yay, I don't have to do it.
Oh, Nick knows I'm not great in the evenings. It's chaos. I'm a mum of 3, so it is chaotic.
No, I appreciate you coming out in the evenings. I know you're definitely a morning person, all of those years working at the gym. All right, who else we got here tonight? Just come and tell us who you are and what you'd like to get out of tonight. What do you want to learn? Time for a couple more before we kick into it.
Well, Nick, I'm Jeff Summers.
G'day, Jeff. How you going?
Good, thanks. I'm a reputation marketing specialist, and I help people build authority and trust online through reviews. And one of the things I'm looking for is trying to learn a bit more about Facebook, because I reckon that I should be able to help my clients with Facebook a little bit too.
Excellent. I reckon you probably can as well too. So particularly being that there are reviews on Facebook.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. Well, welcome along, Jeff. Good you could make it tonight. All right. G'day, Colin. How are you going?
Good, thank you. Excellent. So I'm hoping I can learn how to do some marketing on Facebook. I've never been much good at it. We're putting together an online course on how to make your business more franchise-like. With 82% independent businesses failing and only 4% franchise businesses failing, it's a really good idea if you understand what franchise systems do and adopt some of those things into your own business. So we're putting a 15-minute course together, and I just would like to know how to market it. So hopefully Chantal can help.
Excellent. Oh, well, she can definitely do that. And you just reminded me, I need to sort of catch up with you for a coffee at some stage to find out about this franchising business.
Yep. Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Indeed. All right. All right. Time for one more. Who's our lucky last? Hello, Peter. You just need to unmute yourself, Peter, down the bottom left.
Hello there, Nick. Hi, Chantal.
Peter?
I'm an Aussie, but I've been living in Thailand for 23 years. Okay. Looking forward to learning from you, Chantal, today. I've been involved with Facebook organic marketing for a long time, and I'm an old bugger. I'm 75 years of age, but I'm always willing to learn. I've been involved in sales coaching for 36 years, and I'm looking forward to saying hello and learning from you guys. There you go.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, welcome along from Thailand. Jeepers, you don't look like you're in your 70s. So that Thailand lifestyle must obviously suit you well.
Say it again, Nick. Say it again.
Yeah. Excellent. And I saw Liam had his hand up as well too. So lucky last, and then we'll crack into it. Can't unmute yourself, bottom left-hand side there. Try the space bar. Just hold the space bar down. See if that works. No, all right. It's not going to happen tonight. All right, no worries. Well, welcome along anyway. Okay, well, look, if you've got any questions or anything you want us to cover tonight, feel free to drop it into chat. Feel free to introduce yourself in chat as well too. So drop your details in. Help Chantal as well to know what you're doing. Like what your business is as well. So feel free to drop that in, and then I know that she'll make it as specific as she can tonight and as relevant as she can tonight as well too. All right, well, let's move on to the first part of the evening, and I'll pull up my agenda so at least I know what's going on. For those that have just arrived that missed the beginning, my name's Nick Cree. I'm your host for this evening. We run this every Tuesday, and it is the Business Owners Smashing It Online webinar. Purpose of it is for entrepreneurs and business owners to learn a bit more about some of the things that are available online, the online apps, tools, marketing, all that side of things. You don't need to have an online business, but it's all about how do you leverage the online opportunities to help you grow your business, to be more profitable, and to get more customers. So the agenda for tonight is we have some cool online tools tonight. So I've been out looking at some of the latest and greatest tools that are available online. So I'll preview some of those. Then we've got Chantal coming on with the main event with the presentation tonight. So I'll make sure I leave her plenty of space. I talk a lot, she talks more. So I'll try and cut mine a wee bit short so that you've got the privilege of her brilliance tonight. We'll have plenty of time for questions as well too, and whether that's sort of during the evening or at the end, I'll let Chantal let you know how she'll run the questions. We do have a prize draw at the end, and an offer at the end as well from Chantal. I know she's got something very good for us tonight, and then we'll talk about the next event and close. But as we get into it, would love you to check in on Facebook. So as we're talking about Facebook tonight, would love you to check in. And the reason why we do this is so that one, you're building your digital profile, and two, that you're helping to share out this event with other people that may be interested in it tonight. And I know that Ian mentioned the fact that getting that email in the morning as a reminder of the event is always helpful. Just sharing this out now is also a reminder to some of those other people that meant to be here that forgot about it. So, and then your digital profile obviously is that when you do check in, it gets listed on your page down the bottom at your check-ins. So anyone that's wanting to work with you or find out a bit more about who you are in business, often they'll go to your Facebook page, and not just your Facebook page, they'll go to your personal profile and they'll have a look down at the bottom at places that you check in and what you do and what you're interested in, and really sort of starting to get a sense of who you are in business as well too. So it is really important to do that, to build that up for yourself, as well as just where you go and have your coffees. So the way to do it is if you open up your Facebook app on your phone or on your computer, just tap on where you'd normally post. On the phone, from the bottom, you'll get a menu coming up, and one of the items in the menu says check in. If you tap on that, it'll bring up a whole list of things that are probably close by you. And you may not see Business Owners Smashing It Online. If you don't see it, just hit search and just search for it. It'll pop up. And then if you click on that, and feel free to take a photo, tag me in, tag Chantal in, or if you think someone else would enjoy this tonight, tag them and invite them to come along as well too, and then hit post. You can do something on similar on LinkedIn as well too. But as we're talking about Facebook tonight, let's focus on Facebook. All right, so let's have a look at the first part of the evening, which are some of the cool online tools that I've got for you tonight. So let me bring up my screen. All right, this one here. All right. Hopefully you can see a screen there with someone talking on it. Just give us a thumbs up if you can see the video on the screen. You've got my browser. All right, great, excellent, thank you. All right, so the first app that I've got for you tonight, in fact, is courtesy of Jane Whitred, or Mrs. Red, who happens to be on tonight as well too. So thanks, Jane. This one is I've seen this before, but it's a really cool video interaction with people. So you can record a video where it is an interactive video where people that come to watch it can actually speak to you and have a conversation with you. Now, it's an app called Video Ask, and you can embed it onto your website and use it in a number of places. But probably the best way to show you how this works is really to demonstrate what happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this video here and play it, and you'll see exactly how it works.
using our newest product called TNT, which allows you to accelerate your sales cycle and get you to close more deals faster. So are you ready to learn more?
Okay, so notice that there's a button at the bottom that says let's go. If I click on that, it'll bring up another
Awesome.
video.
All right, so I'm going to make sure that we provide as many questions as possible. So I would love for you to answer the following questions so we can get a bit more information about you before we have you book a time with our team. So question number 1, are you interested in using TNT for yourself, your team, or a client?
All right, so we're going to make a choice here. So actually in behind here are 3 videos. So I'm just going to choose client and see what she's got to say.
Okay, great. And how many people would need access to the product? Okay, cool. Thank you. So last step before I get you to book a time with someone from our team, I would love to know any special requirements you may need. So any information you can share with us will help us best provide you with the service necessary to get you all set up with using TNT.
All right, so we won't follow that through, but that'll give you an idea as to how this service works. So so what's happened here is that instead of just a text-based or a bot-based interaction, it's a video interaction, and it's even cleverer than that. So this is all automated, and it's really just a question and answer with pre-recorded videos, but it goes even further in that you can ask people to submit a question or to ask you what they want to learn. They can hit record and hit a video back to you. You'll receive that back again, and then you can respond by video too. So that's so it's not quite in real time, but you have a video conversation, a bit like WhatsApp or Messenger or FaceTime, except this is driven on the on your website or through Video Ask, and you can run it off your phone as well. So plenty of applications for that there. Can, you know, if you imagine that you've had someone that's inquired and you send them a video rather than just an email back saying, hey, look, thanks for your inquiry. Really interested to learn a wee bit more about what you want. Tell me what is it that you're looking for? Is it for yourself? Is it for your clients, or is it for your team? So, you know, that sort of thing there. So it really just sort of starts to personalize it and gives them a different experience to just email. So, so have a look at that. There are plenty of examples in there, and some good use cases for it. If you're looking at pricing, it's not a free service, but it's not terribly expensive either. So, you know, $24 a month. So they've got a free plan here, but you know, you're looking at $24 a month. So it's not an expensive plan to do it, and that's about 100 minutes of video. And some of these link in with your CRM as well too. So I'll drop that link into chat. Definitely go and check it out. It is a pretty awesome service. I really like it, and it's something that I will be using in business as well. So you probably start to see my face coming through on some of these in the near future as well. So thanks, Jane, for recommending that. Now the link, as I say, is in chat. If you're not sure where chat is, if you have a look down the bottom, there's a little toolbar there with an icon on it that looks like a speech bubble. If you click on that, that'll bring up the chat box. Then when you bring up the chat box, at the bottom of the chat box on the bottom right-hand side are 3 little dots. If you click on those 3 little dots, it'll allow you to save the chat. So you don't need to do it just now, but if you do it at the end, once we've got through all of these apps, it means that you can save it to your computer, and then you can spend your whole day tomorrow going through all of the apps like I did today. All right, next one is, this one's a bit of clever stalking to find out some information about, say, websites, emails, IP addresses, that sort of thing. It's sort of a developer tool, but it's also good for you as well too. So for instance, if you're wanting to do business in China, they've got a one section here, which is the Chinese firewall test. Now, some of you will know that China has some restrictions in there on the internet, and they do block some sites. So I would imagine if we put in google.com, that we may find that fails the Chinese firewall test. So you can check your own website, and you can check other websites, but it might be helpful for your own website if you're looking to do some stuff there. So here we go. It's got these red crosses here. means that this site is blocked. And in fact, here are a whole lot of other sites that are blocked as well too, including Facebook. So if you're looking to use Facebook for ads in China or for posting in China, forget it. It is not going to work for you. So, but there are a whole lot of other tools in here as well too. There's one here called the spam database lookup. So you can have a look and see whether your email server or your domain is on the on a spam database somewhere. So let's have a look at my one. Don't know if I want to have a look at my one, but we will. So hit go, and I was going to say disappear, but it's still waiting. I think the net's going to run a wee bit slow for us now. So that'll run through, and it'll check whether you are on a spam database. It's except it's not going to work for me right now. It might be for that one there. We need an IP address for that rather than just a domain. So if you put the IP address in, then you can check whether your domain's on a spam database. So you can probably find your IP address. Let's have a look here. We'll go up to this one here, IP history, and this will tell us what the IP address is. No, we don't have any records of it. All right, this is not going to work for us today. So it's obviously deciding that because we're live, it's not going to do all the things that it was doing when I was having a look at this afternoon. There's a couple of other things here. Is my site down? So if you can't navigate to your site, then this is a good one to check whether it's just you. So whether it's a local internet problem or whether in fact the site is down for everybody. So there's a whole lot of tools in here that can be worthwhile. And here we go. So this one here is says that our site is up. So there's says no problem. And it's given us the IP address as well, which we can then go and sort of check for whether we're on the spam list. So we've got a whole lot of ticks coming down, which all looks like I'm healthy. So if you are on a spam block list, then it's really important that you get off it because there's something wrong with that, and it will affect your deliverability of emails. And if you're on one spam block list, then very quickly you'll start to get onto other ones. So so it's a good. So if you're finding your emails are not getting through, you're having some problem, this is a good place to come to check that sort of thing. All right, so that there is called viewdns.info. All right, next one is a whole. You may or may not have heard that there are a whole lot of lawsuits that currently in the States, some in Europe as well. I'm not sure whether we've hit any in Australia, but it won't be far off. All on accessibility for websites. So accessibility means can people that have some form of impairment navigate through your website? So often it's people that are blind, they can't see your website. So there are accessibility tools which allow them to navigate through your website by voice. So, but your website does need to be set up for accessibility in order for it to be accessible for people that are not sighted. Same with people that are deaf and various other conditions as well too. So this is a good place to check your website to see how it rates in terms of accessibility. So, and it's the sort of thing you would give to your web developer to then go and resolve and sort out. And any good web developer is going to know how to, resolve these issues. So some of the really simple issues, like one of these I know when I was looking at it today, it told me I had a contrast issue. So if you have a look at my button down here, then you'll notice that I've got orange on orange for hover, which is not great for accessibility. So that's a little thing. There's little icons that appear all over the page here, and that tells you, sort of what needs improvement or what needs fixing. And you get a reference on the left-hand side as well. So if you ran your website through this and you gave it to your web developer, they would be able to resolve and fix up many of these issues here. And the ones we're really looking at are the ones that are errors. And so I've got 2 errors on this side here. and there are 4 contrast areas. So they're the critical ones you want to sort out, and ideally moving through to some of the orange. You want to get as many green ones as possible. So interestingly enough, if you get the accessibility right on your website, it also helps your search engine optimization as well. Often these things are linked too. So so don't just think about it for people that are visiting your site with disabilities. Also helps you for your rankings as well too. So that one there is wave.webaim.org. All right, next one is this is just a bit of a funny one. If you want to sound, there's a site out here called jibjab.com. So Chantal loves this one. So JibJab is a great little site there for sending e-cards to people, but not only they e-cards, they are videos. So you've got a whole lot of templates for videos. They're put to some songs and all sorts of funny things. The great thing about JibJab is that you can embed someone's face into the videos. So, you know, if someone's got a birthday, for instance, you can grab a photo of their face, you go to Facebook, grab their face, and then you can put it into the video and send them the card and say happy birthday. So, there's one there where you can have, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in it. It's just really good fun. And so I did a card earlier on today. I managed to take a snapshot of my face. And so this is sort of what it looks like. All right, that's enough of my face on Shania Twain's body there. So and so you can go and share that out, and you need to actually join it to share it out. I think it's a couple of bucks a month, so it's not expensive, but they do stand out and they're very good. So have a look at that. That's jibjab.com. All right, last one I've got for you tonight is not an app, but this one here is reading. Often I'll showcase a book that I'm reading. But this one's actually an article. It looks pretty boring, doesn't it? But it's an article in the Journal of Consumer Research, and it's about concrete language. And the reason why I brought this article up is that concrete language helps with conversion. So it's a marketing tool, it's a sales tool. And the more specific and concrete you are with language, the more likely you are to convert people on your website into leads and sales. So so have a read of this. It is good. It is a good read, and if you're looking to increase your conversions on your website, this one really helps. And so an example of it is let's say there's an expression there that you make more sales if you're wearing pants. I don't know whether that's true or not, but you know, so that sentence there says you make more sales if you're wearing pants. But if you change that sentence to you make more sales if you're wearing jeans, so that jeans is a type of pants. So that makes it quite specific and quite concrete. So I mean that's a silly example, but that's an example of what it means to have concrete content and concrete speech. So rather than having something that's quite general, being quite specific really helps with your conversions. So take time to read this. It's not a long read. I mean, it's a reasonable sort of size article, but you know, it's probably a good 10-minute read, but well worth sort of going through it because it's got some good specifics on it. So that is the academic.oup.com. We'll put the link into chat because it's quite long, but it is the Journal of Consumer Research. They've actually got a whole lot of interesting stuff in here as well too. All right, that is our roundup of apps and tools and recommended reading for the week. So anything there that grabbed your attention that you think might be something that you will spend an hour, 2, 3, or 4 on tomorrow or later on this evening? Just drop in chat what your favorite one was, or unmute yourself and tell us what is the one you're going to be focusing on over the next day or two.
Jib Jab is super cool, super fun, make short little videos, and you can do them seasonally as well and use them on Facebook. So you can create them as like a little GIF or a little video, and of course they're going to get heaps of engagement. So you can, you know, if it's Easter, you can have your head on an Easter bunny and you can be hopping around, you know, grabbing Easter eggs, and obviously that's going to get heaps of engagement in that. So Jib Jab's heaps fun, and I have used that quite a bit.
Yeah, I love it. It's really good. So so Jib Jab. So we've got, what else? We've got Video Ask, it looks great, and Jib Jab. Yep, both of those. Yeah, you'll love those. Nicola, being a video person. The article, View DNS. Yes, absolutely. Okay. All right. So it looks like there's a few rabbit holes for people to explore tomorrow. So don't blame me if you spend all day having a look at some of those tools and things, because I've certainly spent a fair amount of time on them as well too.